Hi everyone, my name is Emma Hart. I'm the Academic Director at Taylor's College in Perth, and today I'm going to run through our learning management system, which is called Study Smart. So we will look at how to log in, how to use the system, and what is available for students. So all students, when they are enrolled, will be given a login. They will be given a username and a password. This will be sent to them and they use that to log in. So their homepage will look just like this. And as they log in, this page will come up. Of course, all they need to do is to choose where they are. So going into Perth. And this is what their homepage will look like. When students see this, they could, to find their courses, click on their specific course, and then you'll find a list of all the courses available for that term. However, they are, as I said, currently enrolled in their courses. So for most students, they would come up to My Courses, okay, and they would come down and find their course that they were looking at and click on that. So let's have a look. I've clicked on these already. So for example, this is in foundation. So for a student who went to My Courses, found their foundation course and clicked on it, this was what would be available. And this is actually my course this term. We use the learning management system pretty much for everything that we do. And that's when students are on campus, but also now we're using it in a lot more detail for students who are studying online. So as an example, same thing, in order to get into their virtual classrooms, students will log on to their Study Smart pages, and most will find that there is an online learning tile. So for example, my guys would click on the online learning. Okay, just refresh. Okay, so back to the online learning. So under here gives instructions. So as an example, it gives you information about term 2. We're currently running online and who to contact. You've also then got the Zoom class links. So if you click on the link, the whole classroom schedule appears. So again, it's very easy for students to find their classes. So with the virtual classrooms, we are running their same timetable. So students who would normally have, as you say, on a Monday at 11:30, they would have media, then they'll arrive at the class at 11:30 Monday. So they are following their same timetable at the same times, okay? So they will go into the Zoom classroom, they will find the upcoming class, which for us is not until Monday. And back, if I go back into students, okay, you see the difference. So all they need to do, they see their class, they simply click on join, and that will take them into the virtual classroom. And these classrooms are very similar to how we would run them on campus. Okay, so the teacher is visible, all students are visible. We share screens as we are doing right now. We look at specific material as we go through. So going back to Media 1 as an example. So if I go to this one, for example, so in the first few weeks, there are in-class activities that we do, there's at-home activities they need to do, and so on, okay? With the online classrooms, we also still do a lot of group work. So you see here, I've broken these up into groups. These links will go to a shared document that the students have access to. And as part of the virtual classroom, they will also be broken up into groups in the virtual classroom, just like they would in a normal class face-to-face. A couple of key things for students that make it a little bit easier. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see that you have academic success, and this will take you to the support page. So rather, again, than students searching through, looking for specific pages, they simply need to click on the link, and that will take you through to the academic support, this one specifically for foundation. So online assistance, okay, so the office hours, there is a virtual hour online every day for students dropping in if they need assistance. On here, you'll also see the success calendar, okay. So opening this one up. So our teachers are still running extra sessions. So we're still running tutorials. We have workshops. The only difference is these are available virtually rather than face-to-face. So a student can find their timetable, and then to join any of these tutorials, all they need to do is click, and that will take you immediately to the Zoom link and that virtual classroom. So all the links are within. So again, they don't need to search out in emails or anywhere else. So again, it's very simple to find what they need. If we then just jump across, so as an example, we'll look at chemistry, okay? Again, another little bit of a tip for students, on the right-hand side of all their units, you'll see they have upcoming events. This includes their classes, if they've got a test, what time. So it's basically a list of events coming up in that specific course. Another thing with the science, obviously virtual classrooms are a little bit different, and that we're not in a science lab, but what we're actually using is also a system called Labster, and these are virtual labs. So unfortunately, I can't go into the lab at the minute. I have to be an actual student in here, but these labs are basically the same as what you would do on campus in the lab. They're just virtually. So students are still able to do the same things essentially, and they're still getting results for any experiments that they conduct virtually. As an example, if I go into say topic 5, so as an example, set up a little bit different to the foundation, okay? You'll see in this one, topic 5 is set out, so each day, the online lecture, there is the link, easy to join the lecture, links to complete quizzes, which we'll have a look at in a minute, where you can upload any documents if you've got any homework. So very easy, you click, you upload. Okay, so as an example, let's have a look at the quiz. So clicking to complete the quiz, okay. In here, I think I have to go back to the student. Okay, attempts allowed. Okay, this quiz closed. Okay, so there will be quizzes with specific times and limits on there. Let's find one. Okay. Okay, as an example, let's see if the test works. So the same thing. Okay. So a test on a specific topic, okay, will come up. They click on the link, opens up attempts allowed 1 when the quiz opens and the time limit. So if we are going to attempt, students can click, okay. They will need to put a password in. The staff member will give them that password and then they can start their attempts, okay. And let's have a look at an example lesson. So the tests will look very similar to the lessons. So for example, on here, a lot of the courses will have a lesson on during each week to make sure students know exactly what they're doing. Okay, so it will give you the instructions and then it will ask questions. Okay, and students will click through, submit. Okay, next question or next topic gives you the information. Next, and then it will ask the questions. Okay, so I'm just choosing anything here. I am not a chemistry teacher. So then submit. So this lesson works exactly the same that a quiz would. So it would give you the information, you read the information, student would click on next. Again, more information on the lesson. Okay, and then questions again in relation to that. So they would go through the quiz the exact same way, and then they submit a final at the end of that quiz, and then results will be returned to them in a variety of ways. If they are multiple choice, they usually get their results straight away. If there are longer answers, the teacher will then go through, will grade, will give feedback, and students will be able to see that all online. So basically, all of the courses currently in the Foundation, Academic English and Diploma are all currently running online. all through virtual classrooms, and all have a variety of, I suppose, different elements, different techniques. There are quizzes, there are lessons, trying to be as interactive as possible. It's very difficult for students at home sitting on their own doing this rather than in the classroom. So what we have tried to do is to make it as interactive as possible, to keep students motivated and keep them engaged. One final thing to note on here is we'll also find on all of the pages that there is a link to consultation times. Consultation hours are available the same as what I just showed you on the tutorial timetable. Consultations in diploma, tutorials in foundation are all available also, with links from the LMS, okay? So for example, the recent study break we had, the consultation times were listed there. Students simply had to join the Zoom meeting. And these are regular things. So if I go back to the academic success, this now takes me specifically to diploma academic success, and we can have a look at the success calendar there as well. Okay, so again, all linked together. The idea is that students don't need to search for information. It is all at hand. They click on specific links to get them into their classrooms, but makes it much easier, so they're not running around searching for these pieces of information. They are all within learning management system.